another look with this eyeshadow palette. I created this. So I will start, of course, with Chilling. This is this shade. That's my transition shade. I already primed my eyelid with concealer, as always. So I will just place this shade that is not much, but I will place this right there, just to help blending the edges of the other shade a tiny bit more. And now I will get Cherry on Top, but this is this one, and I will place it a kind of bit right there, and on the lid. We try to get all the wrinkles, all the stuff that we have on the lid, so we don't have anything awful. It's kind of, you close your eyes and there are parts that without any shadow, so we pack the shade with what is left on the brush. I just drag it down here, well, to the inner corner, but not much. Actually, I did it with the shades already on the lid, but you can do it like this too. Once I have that placed, I can reinforce the shade later on. I will go back with the first shade and I will attack the edges and I will smooth them, because we don't want rough edges. And again, I will grab a tiny bit more and focus in this area. So you can see this is quite pigmented, but I don't have fallout, so it is optional to do this. But of course, I know exactly how the shade works because I love this eyeshadow palette. Even though this combination never used is similar to the ones I already used. So now with a flat brush, I will use two different shades. I will use this shade all over, not all over, but the rest, and I will go a tiny bit above these areas, and then I will smooth out again with the Cherry on Top. So I will grab this shade. It's kind of creamy, but as it has shimmer in it, I need to pack or press, not drag. I will go back. You can have that a tiny bit pull, but not much. We don't want to drag because it's glitter. It has some glitter in it, and it can potentially hurt the eyelid, so hurt the skin. And now I will flip the brush a tiny bit, and I will grab Toxic, and I will put it in the center to get a tiny bit of light. It doesn't add too much, but it's a tiny bit of light that it adds. You might be like, Dani, I don't see anything. Well, you can grab something else and put it on top and it will be fine. Because these two shades are kind of similar. So that is what the problem will be. Like, you cannot notice that. And of course I will go back with this brush, Cherry on Top, a tiny bit, and I will place it again like so. I will finish the eye. What I'm going to do now is I will take these two shades and I want a little bit of a shimmer. You can put a highlighter on top if you want to, but just a tiny bit right there, just to get something, you know. We'll get a tiny bit of toxic, tiny bit more. And this is the final look. You want to know how I got this eye look? I'll show you. I will use 3 different palettes: Wow Edition, Spice Edition, and Color Edition. So the first already primed my eye. So first thing that I'm going to do is to put an eyeshadow. The transition shade, like always. You can do this first or second, it's the same, it doesn't matter. I'm using the second shade from the Spice Edition. It's only because it's kind of similar to my skin tone. I can get a little bit like that, but it's like I always do. I first put the shade and then blend, but this shade is kind of the same. It's my skin tone, so I don't have any problem to do everything at once. Then I will get a dark shade, that is this green here. In this brush, I will use this brush for 2 shades. The first is this green. What I'm doing is I get the shade here, like this, and then off the excess on the shade, so I can pick the shade again if I have to. So I will place this shade and I'll place it a tiny bit above, tiny bit. I don't want so much out. With some shades I go a little bit up, and with this shade I go just right there. I will build the color as many times as I want. If you have a problem with one of the shades and start creasing, you can do something that will cover the crease. Grab the shade again on the crease and pat. That's it. And pack. I call it pack it. Back the shade. Let's say that I have a crease. I finish the eye look and I have a crease. I grab the shade and I place the shade again. We have some oils in our eyelids, so there are some shades that will be like, okay, I don't want to stay. So if I crease, I can go back with the same color on top, and I will tell you that I find out that I don't get the crease again. If you experience the creasing again, well, you need to try another day. Maybe you have a sweaty lid or a oily lid and lid. And the first day the shadow didn't want to stay, and the second day it stayed. It's because of your lid, not because of the shade. If with a dry lid you get the same effect, it's the shade the problem. Now I will pick Actually, I will pick this shade and this shade next to it. The palette is like this actually. This shade and this shade, these two shades. But this I will grab with my finger and this with the brush, with the other side of the brush. And I will put that one next to the green. Again, to make that effect from dark to light, or to light to dark is the same. Sometimes you need to go back and forth with the green and that other golden green. So, trying to show you how I do my eye. Then I will clean this and I put the concealer, mascara, and that's it. I don't need much time. These videos are kind of, I'm showing you in real time how they look put together. So if I need 15 minutes, I will show the 15 minutes. And now I will grab this white, this metallic with a pencil brush, and I will go here and here. Well, the final look, you like it? For some reason I like this green eye look. I really want to know if you like it.